Alright, what's going on, guys? I am bringing you today my Black Ops 3 class setups. I am bringing you my M8A7 class setups first, and I will also be bringing you guys my Razorback class setups, and those are really the only two guns that I use. I don't want to sit here and make a class setup for all sorts of guns when I don't really use those guns. I'm just going to do it for the guns that I actually use, and these are the class setups that I've been using, and I've been having a lot of success with them. And I figured I'd share them with you guys, especially like you Xbox people only. Like, you guys will be getting it next week. You guys can use some of these class setups when you get the game. And you kind of know what's good, what's not good, that sort of stuff. So anyways, this first class setup you're seeing here is my nuclear class setup. I'm going to show you guys three. All three of them will be the M8, and then I'll show you the Razorback ones in a different video. But this first one right here is the nuclear class setup. Now, as you can see, I'm using the M8, and I have 4 attachments on it. Now, I use the reflex sight. I like it. You can use the iron sight if you want, and then that'll kind of free up a extra point for you. You could put it on it lethal or tactical or something like that. But I like the reflex sight on it. Now, the attachments I like to use on my M8 are stock, grip, and quick draw. Now, you could get away with no stock. I kind of like it. It's good for ARs. Like, it's still pretty weak. I would like it to be buffed, but I kind of like using it. Like, I'm used to using stock on ARs. Even though it doesn't do much, it does a little bit, so I just use it regardless. I feel like it helps me out a little bit. But you could easily, like, if you don't want to use a stock, you can replace that with long barrel, which I'm not sure if it does too much for ARs, but you could do that if you want. You could put extended mag or fast mag as well, even a suppressor, that sort of stuff. But I go with the stock. This is my go-to class setup for nuclears and stuff like that. Now, my secondary weapon, I like this gun a lot. It's the RK5. It's basically a B23R. So this is basically like a league play setup. If you look at it, actually, like now you look at my perks, flak jacket, fast hands, and tac mask. This is almost like an anchoring class setup from Black Ops 2 league play. It's a little bit different. So let me explain the perks a little bit. Obviously, since I'm going for a nuclear with this class, flak and tac mask are a must. I don't want to be dying from equipment. Don't want to be dying because I'm stunned, that sort of stuff. Gotta have those perks. Now, I put this fast hands on there for the main reason is just for aim faster after sprinting. I don't want to get caught sprinting. But also the swap weapons faster helps sometimes as well. So everything on here, it kind of has its own purpose. I use this class to go for nuclears, and it seems to be pretty effective. Now, the next class you're going to be seeing is my kill streaks class. This is the class I use when I'm trying to go for the 100 plus, which I haven't really been going for too much because it seems like it's pretty difficult. You got to get in a perfect lobby, and everything has to really go perfect. Like 100 pluses are pretty rare at the moment. I think there's only like a couple of them, 3 I think maybe. So anyways, the perks and everything are a little bit different, but the attachments are the same. I use the same stuff: quick draw, stock, and grip. Now the secondary is same once again. Now the perks, they're almost the same, but the only thing different is I use anti-up. Now, let me explain this to you. This is why I use this. You get 75 score, so it's basically almost 1 kill. It's basically kind of like using hardline, and since I'm going to be going for kill streaks and stuff with this, I feel like it's helpful. And also because whenever I go for assault kill streaks, I play a little bit slower, and mainly because I might not have as many UAVs and VSATs up as I would if I'm going for a nuclear, which I play kind of quick. Now, with this, I play kind of slow and sit back and get my streaks and stuff and let them get the kills, so that's the only reason I don't use fast hands, because I don't really feel like I sprint too much when I'm going for a solo kill streak, so that's why I use anti-up. It's just a nice little bonus. Also, on all of these classes, I use rejack as my specialist ability. I feel like it's easily the best specialist ability, but you can actually use, if you want, hold on, let me go back. You can use this one guy, hold on, I forgot the name of it. Where is it? Seraph or whatever, whatever the fuck it is, combat bonus. If you want to go for high score streaks, this is actually extremely effective. Did I say combat bonus? Combat focus. Anyways, it's extremely effective. It basically doubles the points you get. If you get a kill, you get 200 points. If you get a flag cap and dom, you get 400 points. Like, it's really, really good. Definitely recommend that if you're going for high streaks, but honestly, rejack is just too good, man. I can't not use it. So the last class setup I have for you is a silenced M8 class setup. Now, the only time I use this is if I'm going for assault kill streaks. Once again, you guys can see I'm using anti-up. That means I'm going for assault kill streaks. And I also put a tactical on here. I don't know. I could put a secondary. It doesn't really matter. Those two, not too important. Now, the only time I use this class setup is if I feel like, I'm dying off my assault streaks because they're running to my red dot. You know what I mean? Like, I'm shooting my gun, and they're seeing my red dot pop up on the minimap, and they're just, like, flooding me and rushing me and killing me. Then I'll pull out this class setup so I can, kind of be a little more stealthy and get my kills and put together a longer streak without them, knowing exactly where I am. So That's really the only reason I ever use this class setup. Otherwise, I'm using the other one without a suppressor. Now, the thing I replaced for suppressor is grip. I feel like grip is the least needed out of all of these. I like quick draw a lot. Stock, even though it doesn't do much, I like it. And I mean, grip is just, it kind of, you know, it's on your own aim. If you can aim, you don't need grip. So I just use suppressor for grip in that situation. Now, that's pretty much it for my M8 class setups. Those are the 3 that I use. They're pretty effective. I definitely like them. Now, some suggestions I can make if you want to do things differently. In your perk 1, honestly, in my opinion, Flak Check is the best one. But perk 3 is something you could change. Now, you could use awareness if you want instead of Tac Mask. But here's the way I went about it. I just turned my headset up louder. So if you guys have a headset, Turtle Beaches, Astros, Tritons, Steel Series, I don't know, whatever headset you may fucking have. If you have a decent to good headset, you don't really need awareness in my opinion. Footsteps are already fairly loud. Just turn it up a little bit, put on Tac Mask, and you're getting both perks in my opinion. You're getting them both, so that's kind of a little tip I can give you as well. Not really needed. Now, Blast Suppressor, honestly, the thrusters in this game are like so tiny on the minimap, no one even pays attention to that. You don't need that. Gung Ho, I don't like that at all. Engineer, not really useful in my opinion. Tac Mask is clearly like the best perk we have so far. Now, Dead Silence as well could also be used, but obviously we don't have that unlocked right now. So that's kind of what I can give you for perk 3. For perk 2, in my opinion, it's either Fast Hands or Ante Up. Nothing else. I mean, maybe Hardwire, but people don't use that many counter UAVs. This Cold Blood is useless. Tracker, not really useful. Now, when Scavenger gets unlocked, I might switch to that because I find myself running out of ammo quite a bit. And as far as the first perk is concerned, I mean, Sixth Sense is kind of good. It's kind of weird. It's not as good as you think it'd be. And then, I mean, thrusters, that doesn't matter. Overclock, this actually is decent, especially if you use Rejack and you have this. It's actually pretty useful, I guess you could say. But I like Flak Jacket personally, but I think you could use Overclock as well, especially paired with Rejack. Extremely overpowered. So that's just kind of my perk thoughts, my gun thoughts, and all that sort of stuff. That's pretty much it as far as my class setup is concerned. So if you have any questions, leave it down below. I'll hit you guys up with my Razorback class setups in a different video. They're a little bit different because I feel like you could be a little bit more versatile with that gun since it's a little bit better at close range since it's fully auto. So anyways, that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like rating if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you are not already. Follow me on Twitter. Links in the description down below. Other than that, have a good day and peace out.
You got a secret, like you victorious. I'm back on a Tuesday and fucking feels glorious. I'm on the backbeat, sipping in the backseat, listening to NSYNC. No, not Backstreet.